Hello, relatives. Welcome to this week's Schlagbait for the week April 7th, 2014, entitled Mudslide, Not an Act of God. The massive landslide that killed 30 people 2 weeks ago came without warning. It happened so quickly that there was no chance for people to run for safety. It swallowed homes, businesses, and cars, all holding lifeless bodies. And using mud, it still continues to bubble forth artifacts from wallets, paintings, uniforms, toys, all the remnants of lives well lived. The insurance companies, they call this an act of God. That's the legal term to describe an event outside of human control, for which nobody can be held responsible. This was not an act of God. It was an act of irresponsible overlogging, and there have been warnings for decades. The last report 15 years ago outlined, and this is a quote, the potential for a large catastrophic failure, close quote, on the very hillside that just collapsed. The town of Oso, Washington lies in a stunningly picture postcard beautiful valley on the banks of the Stillaguamish River. The Stilly, as locals call it, is a world-famous fly fishing stream on whose crystal clear waters I went steelhead fishing almost 50 years ago when I was an intern in Seattle, Washington. At that time, these mountains were thick forests of old-growth trees. There's a powerful lumber industry in Washington and the Pacific Northwest. And over the last 30 years, these woods have been excessively logged until no tree has been left standing. The Stillaguamish Indians, who've lived there forever, have been issuing warnings for a long time because they always knew that such large-scale manipulation of their natural world would lead serious consequences. They warned us, the scientists warned us, but they were not heeded. Native Americans are still praying and warning us. The Bad River Band of Chippewa, or Anishinaabe, are fighting against the powerful mining industry in Wisconsin. The Anishinaabe live just downriver from a proposed iron ore mine that is going to be the world's largest open pit mine, 4 miles long, a half a mile wide, and nearly 1,000 feet deep. It could be extended as long as 21 miles. The industrial waste from this mine will pollute the waters of this pristine wilderness because there are sulfides in the iron-bearing rocks. And sulfides, when exposed to air and water, oxidize. They make the water acidic. The fish are going to die here just like they did in Kentucky and West Virginia. The Anishinaabe, they want to leave this land to their great-grandchildren at least as good as they found it. Indians make decisions on the basis of how their decisions are going to affect the 7th generation. They are fighting to save their tribe, and they are fighting to save the soul of the state of Wisconsin and ours as a nation. We ought to be praying and fighting alongside them. These catastrophic disasters are not acts of God. They are not outside of human control. They are only a tribute to our arrogance and greed. Help stand with Wisconsin tribes. Go to facebook.com/stand with Wisconsin tribes and tell them you're with them. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other and the earth. It's here for us to give at least to our kids as good as we found it. Have a great week. Stay connected. I say this for all my relations, Mitakuye.